Story 6. Zlatan. With some of my stories and experiences, they've surprised me and come out of the blue. I remember a rider told me that he'd been Zlataned. My words, not his. But no, he played alongside him at Malmo as a youth team player. I don't believe this story is widely known, but he said Zlatan was a star, even then as a young man. I immediately cast my thoughts to that famous Zlatan picture in an Arsenal shirt and how young he was. My rider at the time wasn't to know how Zlatan's career would pan out, being a superstar, but it was of no surprise to him. He discussed his background, the strength of character and self-belief he would have needed to be successful, coming from where he grew up. At that age and time, his belief was unwavering. Zlatan Ibrahimovic, for those who don't know, is a footballer, unique and iconic for his style of play and achievements. He's also known for his trademark statements and refers to himself in third person. The famous saying, Zlatan doesn't do auditions. He refused to try at Arsenal, or his famous quote whilst at PSG, "I came like a king, I left like a legend." It was an early Saturday evening, after the Saturday afternoon and early evening games. United and Zlatan must have been the topic of conversation on the radio. Just on his time at United, Zlatan was successful, but there was an air of apprehension on his arrival, partly due to his age. He was 35, and the demands English football place on you can be a cause for concern. With the radio on, after exchanging pleasantries, my rider had this telling smile on his face. He said, "You know I played with Zlatan, yeah?" "Yeah?" I responded with a projected tone. It was a short journey, 5 to 10 minutes, but we got through so much so quickly. He discussed Zlatan glowingly, discussed his book and what we know of him, his persona. He said that was him. It was nothing new to him. He told me a story about a game. He said he was younger than him, but played in the same youth team. They were playing a title-deciding game, but Zlatan went out the night before and turned up before the game at half-time. Malmo were 3-0 down. Zlatan continually told his coach to put him on. "Put me on and we'll win the game." The coach didn't want to put him on because of his attitude, but Zlatan came on and scored 4 goals and duly substituted himself off and said, "I've done my part. If you can't win from here, you don't deserve it." And then he left. Malmo held out and won the game, but my rider said it was phenomenal. He'd seen nothing like it. My rider ended the journey short of its original destination and jumped out. As he left, my jaw was wide open. I was reading his book at the time, but in Spanish, so it hadn't yet had a profound impact on me. But when I told my friend who was also reading the book, he laughed and said it was of no surprise to him either.